What's up, everybody? Hey, thanks for checking out this video today. And I'm going to talk a little bit different today. There's two things I really want to discuss. The first thing is next week, I am going to do a 5-day water fast. I've been doing water fasts every year for maybe 6 years now. I started out shorter durations. I started out with like a 1-day fast, which almost killed me because I wasn't used to it. Then I went to a 3-day fast. Now I normally do 5-day fasts, and the longest I've ever done was a 6-day water fast where I did not eat anything for 6 days. All I did was drink water. And I'm going to do a 5-day water fast next week, starting on Monday. Now I do 3 a year, and I kind of spread them out, I space them out, and I don't have a set date on the calendar when I do it. I just go by feel. I go my body tells me, it's like, okay, Jeff, it's time to do another fast, and it'll hit me like that I need to do a fast. Because to be honest with you, last week I wasn't even thinking about doing a fast, but 2 days ago my body was like, okay, it's time to do another fast. And so I'm like, okay, let me get mentally prepared to not eat for 5 days. Um, I can wake up one day and say I won't eat today. I won't eat until tomorrow. I can do that, no problem. I'm used to that. But 5 days, I have to get mentally prepared to do that. And um, not only do I do it for the physical reasons, I do it for the mental reasons too. Um, as you all know, there's so much going on in the world, just madness, and we got, it's like information overload, sensory overload. Is I'm being bombarded with a lot of just information that I really don't want to see or hear or read about. And you guys can pretty much imagine what I'm talking about. If you just go on social media, you can see it. And so I need to take a break, and fasting helps me do that because it literally forces you to slow your pace. It slows you down. And what happens when you fast, you're not eating food, you're not ingesting, chemicals and substances and things you may not even be aware of that are affecting you mentally. So when you fast, you literally clear your body and your mind at the same time. And a lot of people I already know are thinking I can't do that, so they already shut the video off. I know that, I get that. But I'm telling you, when you don't eat and your body is conditioned to do that, it's a feeling that you just can't explain. You just feel clear because your mind isn't cluttered with the chemicals and the food that you're eating. And again, it forces you to slow down and kind of just get into an introspective type of vibe that you feel. So it's a wonderful thing. Now, the physical aspects of this are, I think they're second to none. I don't think you can beat fasting. I really don't. I don't think there's anything you can do that's better than fasting. And the reason I say that is because when you fast, when you don't eat, your body has the ability and the time and the energy to start to heal itself. Because when you're eating food, your body has to work on digesting that food and assimilating it throughout the body. But when you fast, your digestive system takes a break and your other bodily functions can start to kick in. You can start healing old wounds and things of that nature. And here's one of the best things about fasting that I really like. It's something called autophagy. 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 So think of it like this. If you the average person, you need carbs, you need food, for energy. And you gotta eat, that's your energy. That's for the average person. Um, and if they don't eat, then they can't function. They run out of energy. They're not fat adapted. But when you start to fast, and you fast for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, your body goes into autophagy and it starts to use stored fat for energy. It's got to get it from someplace. So it's going to start using that stored fat in your body to sustain itself. It becomes fat adapted. And with the autophagy, now that you're not eating, your body will start to use sick and diseased cells for energy. It'll use them for energy, and it'll work to remove them from the body. If you think of it like this, when a person gets sick, they don't want to eat. That's one reason for that, is because your body is starting to try to fight whatever is making it sick. So instead of using energy to eat, it's going to use that energy to fight whatever's making you sick. The key, though, is to do that when you're not sick. So you want to be proactive, not reactive. You don't want to wait till you're sick to stop eating, and then your body's going to try to fight whatever's dealing, whatever's hurting you. By then, it could be too late. So you want to be proactive and nip things in the bud before they get out of hand. So I think this is why I get that feeling where I need to fast, because my body literally tells me, all right, Jeff, yeah, you work out, you do all that stuff, and you intermittent fast every day, but you know what? Now you need to do a 5-day fast, because we need to get your body back right. We need almost like a reset. And so that's what I do. That's what I like about it. And I suggest everyone try it if you can. Start out small. Start out with just a 12-hour fast or a 14-hour fast, and just let your body get used to it. I think that's very important. Everyone should at least try one 3-day fast, 72-hour fast, at least once in their lives. Now, of course, if you have to take medication, that could be real tricky. If you're diabetic, that could be real tricky too, because some medications you have to eat, with the medication. So you got to talk to a doctor if you're on medication, all right? If you're diabetic and you don't eat, your blood sugar could crash. So, talk to a doctor first. But, if you're in reasonably good health, you should give it a try. You'll be surprised at what you can do. It's a transition from being focused on carbs for energy to becoming fat adapted. It's a transition your body must go through, and it can be uncomfortable. It can be uncomfortable the first time you do it, first couple times, because your body's just not used to not eating. And for a lot of people, you have to turn on that fat adaptability. You have to turn it on. And only way you can do that is by not eating, drinking a lot of water, and just letting your body just kick back into its natural ability to use stored fat for energy. All right, that's what I'm doing next week. I'm gonna do 5 days. I'm looking forward to it, because every time I do it, I have some type of new revelation, a new clarity in my body, and I just feel better when I do it. I lose about 20 pounds, but I don't do it for that, to be honest with you. Losing weight is great. I mean, who don't want to lose a little weight? But I'm doing it for the things I can't see. I'm doing it for the ability to get rid of these sick and diseased cells that are in my body that are slowly accumulating over time. And see, that's another thing people need to think about. Sickness doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual thing. You gradually become sick. And what happens is that one day you hit that tipping point, and then you're sick. So I'm nipping things in the bud, and I'm trying to be real proactive. All right, so if anyone has any questions on that, I'd love to talk about it. If you want to join me doing this challenge, it's not even a challenge. What I'm talking about. If anyone wants to do this with me, feel free. We can talk about it. But that's number one. Number two is I am now what is called on social media a prepper. I am a prepper. I have been stocking up on food and supplies because the economy is toast. The economy is really bad, and I think things are going to get worse. We see supply shortages in various things, and we see inflation, and the economy is just not looking really good right now. And I'm a futurist. What I mean is I like to look 3 months, 6 months, a year into the future. I look at current trends, and I see what happened in the past. I'm also a historian. I look at past events, I look at current events, and then I forecast what I see happening in the future. And based on what I see with the economy, the inflation, the dollar, I see the supply shortages. I see a lot of trouble for a lot of us. I see food shortages. I see things being very expensive. I see the quality of life changing tremendously for a lot of people. A lot of people don't even understand what I'm saying. They don't agree with what I'm saying on this point. Um, and do I want to be wrong? Absolutely, I want to be wrong. Of course, I do. But you got to admit, something isn't right in the air. No matter where you are in the world, you can sense something is going on, and it feels sinister. I won't even bring up, what's going on with, the virus or anything of that nature. I won't even talk about that specifically. Look at the big picture. Something's not right in the world, and this is another way for me to prepare. Because let's be honest, if there are supply shortages in certain things, that could very well apply to food. That could apply to food. So you may be comfortable eating 5, 6 times a day right now. You may be perfectly happy going out to eat every single day and just buying whatever you want. But what happens if there comes a time when the store shelves are empty, or they just don't have as much, or it costs too much? You have to cut back on how much you can eat. You have to cut back on how many times a day you can eat. You have to cut back on your food consumption. What if you have no choice? That's going to be real uncomfortable for a lot of people. So this is another reason I like to fast. Right now, I can go I can go for 24 hours without eating, and on average, I eat once or twice a day. So if something goes really, really bad, I want to be able to be comfortable and not be in so much pain and discomfort because I can't eat, because of the economy and outside forces are really affecting me. So as a prepper, if you are a prepper, this is something that you must consider doing too, because you never know if you run out of food. You could run out of food, and you want to be able to take care of yourself and make sure that you're all right. So for all the preppers out there, yes, you have your food, but learn how to survive on eating less often. If you're eating 3 times a day right now, why don't you try a fast where you go a day without eating and you can still function normally? What if you can get down to, say, eating once a day or twice a day? This could be very important for your overall health. And in addition, I talked about it briefly, but the fasting has many health benefits too. If things get pretty bad in our country and our economy and things of that nature, medical services may not be as readily available for you. So you want to be able to be healthier. You want to go into economic hardships as healthy as you can. And one of the best ways to do that is by fasting. Because again, when you fast, your body is not only going to be using those sick and diseased cells for energy, they're going to be removing them from the body like a detox. So this is all very important. So now's the time to work on strengthening your body and your mind. One of the best ways to do that is via fasting. So the trick is drink a lot of water. You got to drink a lot of water when you fast, because that helps flush out the toxins and it can help you feel full. A lot of water. You can drink tea, you can even drink coffee. You just can't put all that stuff in it, but you can drink those things. You can even drink bone broth. But it's very important you stay hydrated and drink a lot of water. Flush the toxins out of your body. So I don't see many preppers talking about it from that perspective on a health tip. All I see is people talking about what they buy. And that's great, because you need to buy stuff. You need to buy at least 3 to 6 months worth of food. But at the same time, you got to make sure that you are staying healthy throughout this time frame. And you have to be able to say, well, you know what? I just can't eat as much today. I'm just going to eat once today. And your body can handle it. And you can still maintain your energy levels. See, with me, um, I can work out. I have literally gone on 4-hour bike rides and haven't eaten that day and feel fine. I routinely lift weights, um, jump rope for an hour, do whatever without eating, and I feel fine. We got to get to that point. At least, even if you don't do that every day, at least get to the point where your body is able to do that. Because if you have to eat at a certain point every single day, multiple times a day, that could hurt you in the long run. Especially if things get really difficult as we go into 2022. So I just want to just put that out there. Fasting is excellent. Everyone should try it at least once in their lives. And if you're a prepper, this is something you really should think about too, because you want to stay as healthy as you can. Because let's be honest, some of the foods that you prep may not be the best foods for you. So you want to make sure you maintain your health as much as you can. All right, guys. So I would love to hear what people think. Let's hear some comments, opinions. If you agree with fasting, let me know. If you don't agree with fasting, let me know. Let me know how you feel about the economy. How do you feel about prepping and stocking up on supplies and food and water and canned goods, things of that nature? Let me say this real quick too. Um, One of the best things that I like to prep for medicinal purposes is spices. Spices. I don't eat breakfast, but every morning I drink apple cider vinegar and I put a dash of turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, black pepper, oregano, and nutmeg in my apple cider vinegar. That's how I start my day. The apple cider vinegar is a probiotic, and it helps keep bad bacteria out of the gut and keep the good, healthy bacteria in the gut, because the gut is the center of the body, and all disease starts in the gut. So I just want to put that out there. But there's little tricks of the trade that I've learned over the years that I am going to use until the day I die, basically. Um, so let's talk about it, people. How do you feel about the economy? How do you feel about fasting? What do you think? But I'm going for a 5-day fast next week. This will be my third one of the year. I'm going to end the year on a fasting note. So I want to go into 2022 with a clear mind and a healthy body, as healthy as it could possibly be. All right, guys. So thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe to the channel. I have a lot of great information. I might start talking about prepping a little more. We'll see. But we got to just be prepared and take care of ourselves on all different levels: physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially. All four of these are the key to good health, happiness, and success. All right, guys, take care. Peace.